Hello guys, and welcome back to part 2 of making my little Snoopy's chill out zone. On our last video, I showed you how to make the base, the couch, the rug, and now we're going to decorate with all the furniture, starting with the table. I am just gonna take some brown that does have a little bit of a marbling in it. It's just some brown colors that I've mixed up. And I'm gonna try to make my tiny table out of this here. I don't want to make the table too big, but I do need to make the table big enough to fit Snoopy's recreational items. I'm just going to start off with a ball shape. I'm going to kind of do the same technique that I did to make the couch. I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. I'm kind of using a half and half. I'm voicing over and using some of the audio that was in the video. I'm just not good at talking while I'm doing things, so yeah. But yeah, right now I'm just measuring out the size of my table top that I'm wanting. Make sure that there's enough room for our recreational activities. I think that's about the size I want my little table. It's adorable. I went ahead and I flipped it over because I want to be putting the legs obviously on the underside, so the top is technically on the bottom now. I'm just going to mark where I think I want to put the legs at. I want to do a 4-leg table, I believe, so I'm going to do a leg here, a leg here, a leg here, and a leg there. So we just kind of have our 4 little dots. I'm just going to roll. I'm rolling this out to make it as wide of a diameter as the way we want the legs. And that's basically what we want, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut 4 equal legs. Okay, stand them straight up. I'm gonna take my little stamper guy, and I want to smoosh them. I want them all the same height, so just smooshing. After I get the legs placed where I want them, I'm just going to take that stamper tool and press it. I'm going to sandwich the table in between, basically, to just get it all nice and even. So we are going to grab our little Snoopy living room here, and I'm going to size my table. Cute. I wonder if I should make another little like side table for over here. I should, so I did. I just took some of the leftover clay from my larger table and yeah, I'm gonna use that to start making a small side table. Just using the exact same technique I've used to make basically every piece of furniture in this. The roll into a ball and squish method seems to work great for me. Plus, I'm going for that kind of cartoony look, and I just think that it helps give it that bubbly, cute, cartoony look. Right now, I'm just measuring how thick and long. I want the, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Honestly, I'm not even really sure what this part of the table is called. The leg, even though there's only one. I don't know. The center, the center stick of the table. That's what we're making. I'm using a little bit of liquid Sculpey here, mainly because it just wouldn't stick very good. I use a lot of baking powder and stuff to smooth out my pieces. When you do that, the texture is no longer sticky, so I use a little bit of liquid Sculpey just to hold it on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start making the foot of the table. I just kind of want that rounded base look, and this is the first time I'm trying something like this. It didn't end up working the first time. I had to make it a little bit bigger, but yeah, and once I got it the right size, liquid Sculpey, just stuck it on there and squished it. If there is some sort of furniture buff watching this, and like, I'm sorry, I don't know what the parts of the furniture is called. I'm doing my best. Do you kind of see what I did there about like making it kind of look rounded? Anyway, Now let's go ahead and put her where I think she should go. Everybody needs a side table next to their couch for all their snacks and their drinks and all that stuff. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the entertainment slash TV stand for our cute little TV that we're gonna make. I have no idea where this random southern accent came from. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Unless you'll like it, because then I'll just keep on doing it. With this little entertainment center, I've just been squishing it. Just squishing it into a square. Squish, and then flip and squish, and flip and squish, and flip and squish. That's basically all you do until you get a cube. And then when you're feeling good with that cube, you squish it again. Really felt like I needed to go in and really enunciate the cube because I couldn't snap out of doing the freaking accent there for a second. Everything I said, it had some twang. What was happening? Anyway, we're gonna make a faux drawer for the front of our entertainment center. I'm using the entertainment center itself to kind of give me a guide on how big I want my drawer. Something about this size is totally fine. I want a little space on the sides so it looks like a drawer coming off of the front. Do a little reshaping here and there. If you feel like it got a little wonky, just shape it. I'm just gonna take one of my dotting tools, mark where I would like to have my handle, make a tiny ball of clay and just press it on. Now we're gonna move her on in and just see how it fits. I think it'll fit right here perfectly. We are moving on now to the cutest little TV you are ever gonna see in your life. I also added a secret little feature that you will see in just a moment, so stay tuned. I hope you stayed tuned because it's literally, I'm showing you right now, okay? I took some white stuff. No, just kidding. It is a glow-in-the-dark clay. I just took some of that, chopped it up as fine as I could possibly chop it up because I kind of want to try to make the screen glow-in-the-dark. Here's a little ASMR. Do you like ASMR? Is this ASMR-y? I can't tell. Click, click, clack, clack. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna add little bits of those pieces of glow-in-the-dark into some gray that has kind of like black glitter dots because I want it to look like a staticky screen, you know? You know? The way that it feels like when our leg's asleep. Like that. Shh thing. Once again, using my favorite squishing technique, we're just squishing a screen. I just fit it to the size I want. I do put the screen slightly off-centered so you could see one side there's enough room to put some buttons, which is what we're gonna do next. I'm just gonna roll out a tiny little noodle of clay so we can cut even small pieces, roll them into balls, place them, and after I place them, I'm going to use a dotting tool to press in the center to give it more of a knob button look. I feel like I remember somewhat having a TV like this when I was little, but I don't know. It was bubbly looking and it had knobs and antennas. But this to me just screams cartoon TV. Like it should be on Courage the Cowardly Dog or Cat Dog. Oh my gosh, anybody here seen Cat Dog? Ed, Ed and Eddie? That was my whole childhood right there. Those goofy friggin' shows. Pinky and the Brain. Oh Lord help us. Ren and Stimpy I couldn't do because honestly it was a little weird. Now I'm gonna be adding my antenna. This was just kind of a thought this would be cute. I took some wire, bent it in a zigzag shape, and after I got it in the shape I wanted, I dipped the tip of the wire into some liquid clay and also made a small ball out of the gray that we used for the screen, and I just stuck it on top to kind of give it that more antenna look. I don't know. I just thought it looked cute. For the other side, I went with a slightly different shape just so it would be sticking out a little bit of a different way, but it's still about the same. 2 little antenna pieces. I get nervous about things falling out, especially when it's not hooked in any way, so I just took a little drip of liquid clay right where I stuck those antennas in, and that should help it stay. Now I just want to go ahead and place the TV where I think it will look the best. Please tell me I'm not the only one that thinks this is absolutely adorable. I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, and I did totally make an oopsie here. I am making a remote control. I don't know what happened to the beginning footage where I made the actual shape of the control and the red button. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just rolled something and I squished it. And then I used a dotting tool to press where I want to put the buttons. I don't know why I think it's so funny about the squishing thing, but I feel like this whole entire project has been made out of me just literally squishing shit, and that's it. After that, I used a dotting tool to just give the buttons a different effect. I'm now wanting to make a little cookie / like chicken nugget dish. So I'm taking some white clay and I'm squishing it. Once it has been properly squished, I do take a ball tool and I'm just gonna go around in a circle to try to make this thing as bowly as possible. I do understand it is filthy. I do clean it. I do. White, it gets dirty. Especially being in Arizona and I live in like a valley, it is so windy and I always keep a window open in my craft room for ventilation and you know, it gets dusty. But I always do my best to clean my area first and, you know, to clean the art afterwards as well. But your girl can't get every tiny piece of fuzz. I will do my best, but I literally cannot get all of the fuzz. I noticed Sheila comes out when I get real serious about things. That's what we're going to call her. She's Sheila. Sheila is who I'm going to call when I need somebody to stick up for me, but that somebody is me. I'm just going to call Sheila. Don't make me call Sheila. She's still anxious, but she will yell at you and she will not feel as bad about it because of the accent. Valid. Anyway, we're baking some cookies. I just cut them out using a brush to dust off all of the extra baking powder. I'm just going to take one of those super duper cheap plastic crappy craft paintbrushes and just start going at it on these I decided they're cookies. They're cookies. Biscuits. Biscuits. They're biscuits. And I'm just going to start texturing these little bad boys. After they're textured, I just go in with some chalk pastels and I'm going to give them some shading and some color, make them look like actual little biscuits. Now, y'all, if you haven't already, please try to take this time to like, subscribe. It means the world to me. Right now, I have 40 friggin' subscribers. And I'm doing this all for you, okay? My dream in life is to be an art teacher, and I had kids real young. I'm a stay-at-home mom now. I'm not saying that dream's completely out of reach, but it feels more discouraging by day. You know, I just want to share my art. I want to be home with my babies. You know, I just want to be me. I want to do what I want to do for once. And to have people wanting to support that would literally be insane. So if you could, I would appreciate it so much. Please. Thank you. Thank you, please. I love how I ask you guys to follow and whatnot, and then this is the footage you all receive. This is the atrocity that you get to... I was having a hard time trying to get some good shots here. I apologize. But we're just putting the little biscuits on our table and on our plate. I decided to do like a little half-eaten moment with some crumbs. I thought that added a cute little touch. But that's all that I had time for today. Next video, I am going to be showing you how to make the vase, the beautiful Snoopy vase. There's some glow-in-the-dark elements in there and some add-ons and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Please come back for the next episode. I should hopefully have it in a week or so. And thank you. I love you all. Goodbye. Please comment and let me know what you want to see next.